Movie review: Limbo It's neat, compact, and layered. The black and white picture is very textured, and the scene setting is very careful. In addition, I have tried to find other advantages of this film. First of all, the theme of wisdom teeth is that apart from the pain caused by the wisdom teeth, it has not found any promotion effect on the plot, and this poor wisdom tooth was also killed by the killer. I have to say that the strength of the fight is much more delicate in this position. It is not clear whether it can be achieved. After all, it seems particularly ridiculous to me who have 4 wisdom teeth, and 2 have been extracted, and the inflammation of the 2 at the same time has not been as painful as in the movie, except that I can't eat, drink and swallow. Pain, rarely labor pains. If wisdom teeth refer to the experience and pain of a person's growth, it really requires our own experience and deep associations. As a person who only sees movies as entertainment, I don't want to bother with this brain. Not to mention whether the film has deepened this theme, but from the characterization, some people have a miserable life, like Wang Dao, some people blame their misfortune on others, and squeeze the value of others, such as Azan. Some people are the same. Justice, with all our efforts, can't save anyone, such as the wisdom tooth police officer, which resembles our lives, but we talked about the killer, Wang Dao, Azan, and the wisdom tooth police officer. As a result, no one made it clear. Who are they, where are they from, what did they do before, and why do they do it? These characters are too thin to stand up. Or wisdom teeth is a pronoun referring to this airborne leader, and that makes sense. However, apart from the seriousness of the leader's handling of the case, and his inexplicable justice, nothing else in the film showed that he was different from ordinary people. The robbery was beaten by the gangsters, and the last 2 were almost defeated by the injured killer. They had no special detective ability, deep reasoning skills, and no excellent physical skills. Azan, the boring police officer, is very boring, he doesn't speak much, and his image is sloppy. He is a character who doesn't talk harshly. When he beat Wang Dao and even tried to kill her, he was quite ruthless, but he didn't have the skills. There is no ability, no reasoning ability, and the nose is very agile, but does not play a substantial role. The woman with severed hand was killed under her eyelids, and Wang Dao was almost killed by her side. He was a disaster to Wang Dao. In addition to beating and dragging others to identify the criminal, it didn't play any role, and he was also killed by mistake. Moreover, the criminals identified by Wang Dao did not say whether they had been dealt with, whether there was any force behind them, or whether they could catch big fish in the follow-up. Co-author Wang Dao points out to you that he was beaten in vain. Let's talk about places that show suspense, redemption, and crime. Redemption. Speaking of the redemption film, I saw 3 points. One is Wang Dao, from a drug addict to Shaoqiang, who is full of justice. The reason is because he bumped into the police wife. Although the cause and effect of Wang Dao are unknown, at least it is not clear. As a plump, as a marginalized person at the bottom of the society, it can be considered to have survived all the sufferings by one person. The second is the Buddha statue. The Buddha statue is sacred to the perverted murderers who stayed in Hong Kong. It is a sustenance of his heart, this will be described below. When he finally fights with the wisdom tooth leader, whether it is accidental death by a gun accident or suicide by swallowing a gun, 4 murderers, they all belong to a kind of salvation. The 3 are Bolthead police officer Azan, after getting along with Wang Dao who bumped into someone. He gradually got to know the girl Wang Dao. From the very beginning he wanted to put her in the dead to worry about her at the back. In safety, he forgave her and even started to care about her. In the end, he was killed by her accidentally. It's also quite nonsense. When you are not sure whether she is dead or alive, it is common people's practice to shout while looking for someone. In fact, he doesn't need to think if you die, if you don't want to live because your wife is dead, then he doesn't need to kill yourself with Wang Dao's hand. It's too cruel for Wang Dao, and it's a kind of redemption. But these all require our audience to comprehend forcibly the forcible association. After all, the reason is not explained in the film. Okay, please support by subscribing to our channel and clicking the like button. See you in the next video.